And Rams fans, that was a tough one to watch, wasn't it? And it was one of those games from the start all the way to the conclusion of the games. At least for me personally, you're watching the game, you're nervous, you're stressed, you're anxious, you're tense, all those types of things. And it's not for conventional reasons that you would expect, because we're not born around here. It was more of the sense of, okay, Stafford's going to drop back here. Let's hope he doesn't break a leg. Let's hope he doesn't break an arm. Let's hope he doesn't die back here, because the pass rush is just getting there every single play. I'm going to be straight up right here. The defense did not lose us this game. As much as I hate Raheem Morris's scheme that he brought to this Rams team and how much I feel like it just doesn't really accentuate our players' skill sets to the best ability, the defense did not lose us this game. They only let up 16 points in this game. Obviously, the Cowboys put up 22, but there was that play that the Cowboys defense made where they scooped in and scored it from Stafford early on in the game. And the defense only gave up 16 points in this game. Any average offense in the NFL should be able to top that. They should be able to outscore 16 points. I felt like obviously there's moments in the game that you would hope that the defense would play better. I felt like our run defense wasn't as good as it's been this entire season, which was unfortunate to see. And you would see, you know, some of those good plays that they had in the running game there. But overall, they played really, really well. And we really shouldn't be losing these games. Cooper Rush only put up 102 yards on 16 attempts today. He didn't put up any touchdowns. So yeah, Cooper Rush, yeah, he remains undefeated like the media keeps saying. But he really only put up 102 yards versus this defense. I felt like they played really strongly to only let up 16 points. The struggles of this 2022 Los Angeles Rams team has really been the Rams offense just as a whole. They've been very one-dimensional. They haven't been inspiring at all. They haven't been creative at all. And a big reason of this has been the offensive line. We've just had guys going in and out, rotating in and out, playing different positions that they've never played. And then you have guys like Jeremiah Cologne, who last week when we played the 49ers, he hadn't even practiced with Matthew Stafford and he's getting game reps. And it's just been, a lot of people are looking at that offensive line as being the big reason why we're struggling. And I would have to agree with them. Like, there's no time for Matthew Stafford to be able to look up and really survey the field. There's no time for these routes to actually be able to properly develop. And the Rams offense has really, at least in the past, been driven on those explosive plays and marrying the run in the passing game. We can't run block and we can't really get any good production out of our running backs. And then in the passing game, there's just no time for routes to develop. Stafford has guys in his face the entire game. I mentioned earlier how nervous it makes me for him to get injured or just for him just to completely die back there every time he drops back. And so this offense has just been disgusting this year. It's just been very boring. It's been very lackluster. And a big reason, at least in my opinion, a lot of other Rams fans think this, is the offensive line. I mean, you put any good quarterback back there, I don't care if it's Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady or Joe Burrow or, you know, Josh Allen, or if you put Patrick Mahomes back there, they're not going to succeed with like barely even 2 seconds to be able to survey the field and for plays to be able to develop, especially if you add on top of that no run game. And so this offense hasn't been able to get going. Allen Robinson has not been what we've been expecting. I personally think he's going to be able to turn it around eventually. It's just everything's kind of going wrong for the Rams offense this year. And I talked about it earlier. I felt like this defense actually played really, really well. Obviously, there's those plays that you see where it's like, this is a bend but don't break defense, according to Raheem Morris, and we still broke, like on that Tony Pollard run or on that 3rd and long, the Cowboys converted to Michael Gallup on the sideline. Like, there's these plays here and there, and I felt like we could have played the run better, that's for sure. But overall, like, I was pretty pleased with this defense. We should be able to outscore 16 points. Like, if we can put this together and we really are able to accentuate what the defense does, like, this team could be really, really good. But it just feels like we haven't even been able to take off of the ground at all, because it's just like we're still getting things figured out on top of all these different injuries that are taking place on the Rams team. The Rams haven't dealt with injuries like this in a long time. Like, they've been very healthy. It's very ugly, obviously, to see the Rams sitting at 2-3 currently. Especially under Sean McVay, we're really not used to that, and seeing the players that we have, knowing the potential that we have, and just kind of seeing this outcome has been very frustrating. But we play the Carolina Panthers next week. This has really been like one of the worst teams in the NFL, if not the worst team in the NFL this year. So I think we can get a bounce back win. We can head to 3-3 into the bye week. We're supposed to get a lot of players back after the bye week, so there's still hope for this Rams team. I think we can turn around. We would never won a game in November last year. And so this could be nothing for the Rams. I hope we can get it adjusted in time. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for spending so much time out of your day just to watch me talk about the Rams. I really do appreciate it. If you could drop a like, I would really appreciate it also. And subscribe to the channel. I make Rams content all the time. But other than that, it's been me, Rams House. Have an amazing day. Go Rams.